Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. Right around the corner, and standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Let's go,
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out, and they people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Oh, and now some space to operate. 20. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 41 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Looking for the gun. Wentz. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd and goal, option right. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Interesting decision. I could see if you're on the 1-yard line, push it in, you're at home, but I don't know from this distance.
How far would you push it? 2-yard line, 3-yard line? Because we're beyond the 4. So this is what we're talking about now. This is a long way. And I know it's a disappointment to come away without getting a touchdown after that drive. But how about coming away with no points by going for it, not getting it? Bring out the field goal kicker, get 3, and move on.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, a servant in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner. That's where I go.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. We'll look now at our starting defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. But facing the number 1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance. Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Jesus, Mary, Joseph,
open man is Arcega right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Wentz now on 1st down. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Good defense holds him to only a yard. It'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And, you know, he may not have the franchise tag, but I bet they're relieved to have that deal done, keep him around.
And he's a good guy, a valuable player to them, and they wanted to make sure they had him around.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. They were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. That's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
But I mean...
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Okay, what can Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football. Eagles coming up here on a third and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Throwing now is Wentz. Underneath to his running back, complete.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Remember, Prater has hit from 64 earlier in his career. This one not quite as long, but good from distance nonetheless.
EA Voodoo. Skip
Prater will send it away
rest.
following the made field goal. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll come up now, 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 11 yards there, first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Right back to Sanders on first down. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. 17 yards and a first down for Philly. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengal offense now with the football first here to begin quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now they run with Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions.
Joe is fucking slow, goddamn it,
Still in search of their
Joseph.
first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bernard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more
All
athletic
I
now than ever
do
before.
is
Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they're big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for
God
it, try to take your body across
Jesse.
a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Wentz now on 1st down. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Eagles gonna
As a
score
lineman, they are
now.
trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Brandon, perfect defense in this
Probably.
situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And Jeffrey's got it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, it's Wentz. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Prater for the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Back from
After the touchdown, now here's Prater to kick.
deficits.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Hi.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And the catch good. It's Eifert. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll run with Mixon. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On the run, it's Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 3rd down, Mixon. And now running right through it. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Yeah, baby! Yeah! 61, matchbox lights.
They run for it with Mixon. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The previous play is under review.
Laughing. He got there.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. The tackle made by Derek Barnett.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is not...
LOL what? Start
Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Again, it's Mixon. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They got a 1st and 10 from the 10. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Mixon. And he bowls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They do tack on the extra point as well. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. Another run here on 2nd and 8.
Tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So here comes the veteran Matt Kreider in a big spot in this ball game. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So in a game that's been full of twists and turns, here's another with time winding down.
And now, as you say, time's obviously a huge factor. But all you're looking for now is 3. So one big play, maybe a penalty, and you might get that shot after all.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down.
Defense.
When you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They try and run on 1st down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they drop below 500 to 2-3.